2 weeks ago, AC Milan handed a debut to Francesco Camarda, a player still more than 2 months shy of his 16th birthday. With the young forward scoring for fun in the youth ranks, he earned a spot in an injury-plagued Rossonero side that struggles in Serie A and the Champions League this season. So who is this young striker, and what did he do to deserve a senior team debut, prompting the entire San Siro to sing his name? In the match against Fiorentina, the San Siro crowd resonated with a new name as Francesco Camarda made his debut in the 83rd minute. At the age of just 15 and 260 days, this swift-rising striker, who was ascended through the club's youth ranks, finally seized the first-team opportunity that many had eagerly anticipated. Even before turning 16, Camarda has been impressing in age categories designed for players 3 years his senior. Having netted an impressive 483 goals in 87 games for AC Milan's youth teams, the teenager's remarkable talent was highlighted by a recent scissor kick goal in a UEFA Youth League victory over Paris Saint-Germain. This feat only intensified the anticipation of witnessing him alongside the senior squad. The opponent was familiar to the teenager, as he had previously scored the championship-winning goal against Fiorentina in the under-15s final. Camarda was born in Milan on March 10, 2008, a mere 6 days after his club was eliminated from the Champions League round of 16 as reigning champions that season. He started his football journey with Aforese, a football school in Milan. While with Aforese, he honed his skills by training with AC Milan's academy, and in 2015, after slightly over a year with Aforese, he made a permanent move to AC Milan. In his initial training session with the club, he initially played as a defender. However, his exceptional ability to maneuver through opposing teams and score goals prompted a positional shift, placing him as a striker. Within the AC Milan academy, Camarda swiftly established himself as a prolific goalscorer. A notable moment occurred during an under-9 tournament in Vienna, Austria, where, despite being taken off the field due to injury with his team trailing 2-0 against Bayern Munich, he requested to return. He subsequently scored 2 goals and provided an assist, leading his team to a remarkable 3-2 victory. This prolific form continued as he progressed through the academy, culminating in scoring 22 goals in 24 games for AC Milan's under-15 side and securing the under-15 Scudetto title. Sciabolata Morbida's revelation on Twitter last year went viral as he highlighted that the then 13-year-old striker scored 247 goals in 40 games in 2017-18, 172 goals in 31 games in 2018-19, and 64 goals in 16 games in 2019-20, for a total of 483 goals in 87 games, or 5.5 average goals per game. Milan's Primavera head coach, Ignazio Abate, welcomed Camarda to his squad as one of 3 new players who got a taste of training at that level in December, and he scored twice against what was virtually an adult side. But what makes him so special? Camarda possesses unbelievable attributes, such as composure and finishing, high football IQ, understanding and vision for finding space and timing, pace, dribbling even in tight spaces, good link-up play, and good hold-up ability. Sounds pretty good, right? His physicality and hold-up play must be highlighted too. Despite only being 14 years of age and playing against predominantly 16-year-olds, he has an impressive physique and can hold the ball up, even against 3 defenders, very well, even when opponents throw themselves against him. Camarda is also showing strong signs of being comfortable with both feet. Below, you can see 2 different but equally emphatic finishes, one with his left foot and one with his right, to the extent that you almost cannot tell which foot is the weak one. This always gives defenders massive problems because they can't simply show him his weaker side. Camarda's aerial ability is also impressive. According to some sources, he's already around 1.84 meters tall, which helps him win a lot of duels in the air. But he also already knows exactly how to move inside the box, i.e., when to time his jump and make dangerous headers. Dribbling is another area where the teenager seems to be ahead of his years. He starts the situation below in a 1v1, but it quickly becomes a 1v2. Yet the forward shows his really good tight ball control and uses a burst of acceleration to quickly dribble through both of them and score. And even in a tight space with his back against a wall, he can always use his dribbling to get out of it. There is naturally the risk of trying to do too much too soon, but it feels like the U16 level is way too easy for his skill set, and there have to be discussions regarding either putting him into the Primavera and letting him develop against bigger and older players, or at the very least being used in the U17s. And as fate would have it, that day would come. The dream of every kid born in Milan who wants to play football and is attracted by the red and black colours. Germano Lanzoni, widely recognized as the voice of San Siro, has been announcing the names of AC Milan players for over 2 decades. His resonant voice has echoed through the red girders and unique acoustics of the nearly century-old concrete bowl, welcoming champions, Ballon d'Or winners, and World Cup heroes. However, during a recent Saturday evening match, Lantoni had the honor of announcing a substitution that would go down in history. The substitution involved Luka Jovic, who despite a less than stellar performance, had contributed to Milan's victory with a crucial play. Jovic, usually the subject of scrutiny, willingly made way for the young Francesco Camarda in the 83rd minute. Lantoni, known for his bombastic style, echoed the new name
Francesco Camarda.
The 15-year-old Camarda, with a disbelieving smile, became the youngest player ever to grace Serie A. As Camarda made his entrance, Jovic embraced him, and the moment was marked by the emotional reactions of Camarda's parents in the stands. His mother wept, and his father, in disbelief, laughed at the realization that their son had just made history. Stefano Pioli, the Milan coach, stood beside Camarda, creating a striking generational contrast. The chosen shirt number, 73, highlighted the age differential for those watching Milan's win after a month-long drought. Camarda's previous encounter with Fiorentina at the under-15 level, where he scored the championship-winning goal, was recalled. His impressive record of 483 goals in 87 games for Milan's youth teams, along with his association with Clarence Seedorf's son, Denzel, has fueled the football world's fascination with the next prodigious talent. The social media frenzy around Camarda's skills has intensified, reaching a peak after his scissor-kick goal in Milan's UEFA Youth League triumph over PSG, prompting calls for his fast-track promotion to the first team. The narrative underscores the accelerating pace at which the football world is embracing and celebrating its young talents. Opportunity knocked when whatever was left of Milan Labs stopped working. Milan have had 27 injuries already this season, and while too much football is undoubtedly to blame, it's still a lot. The attack, in particular, has been confined to A&E. Rafael Leao came off in the 2-2 draw against Lecce with a muscle complaint. Noah Okafor returned from international duty with a thigh issue. Making matters worse was Olivier Giroud's avoidable suspension, which kept him out of this weekend's game too. Rather than dream up some wonky workaround, which can never totally be ruled out with Pioli, the club applied for the dispensation needed to register Camarda for the game, and the coach, who looks like a doting nonno, called him up. If he's in the squad, it means he's available to play, Pioli said, as Camarda mania broke out. It'll depend on how the game goes. He's worked well over the last few days. Being a part of this experience, even if he doesn't play, will be very formative for him, and he's definitely got a big future ahead of him. How big of a future, however, remains to be seen. It's crazy watching him, Fikayo Tomori said. He's 15. I don't even know where I was when I was that age. He moves well in the penalty area. If he comes on, the team will definitely help him. How dedicated the club is to this young guy proves the rumor that Milan is advancing in contract talks, even though he can't sign a professional contract until he turns 16, with him being linked with a host of clubs across Europe. Daniele Longo has reported that the appointment for talks involving a new deal is set for the 10th of March, one day after Camarda turns 16. Milan are hoping that they seal a professional deal for Camarda on that very day, and the likelihood is that a 3-year deal will be offered to the player. Milan is calm about the situation, especially since Camarda is not interested in listening to any other offers of potential interest in him. He believes that Milan is the best choice for the future of his career, and he hopes to go step by step. Whatever the future holds for Camarda, all he has to do is focus on his gameplay and improve, and the rest will happen naturally. The first step is already here, as he has checked off his second Serie A appearance against Frosinone. The sky is the limit for this young guy, and we are looking forward to seeing what he has in store for us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Camarda will become a Milan legend like Maldini or Pirlo? Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.